Why this works. The technique of pan-searing creates a beautifully caramelized crust on the salmon, which enhances flavor through the Maillard reaction. The Beurre Blanc sauce, a classic French emulsified butter sauce, uses the reduction of shallots and white wine to build depth. It's crucial to maintain low heat while incorporating the cold butter. This helps achieve the desired emulsion without breaking the sauce. If it breaks, meaning the butter separates, you can rescue it by whisking in a splash of warm water to bring it back together. This dish not only teaches essential techniques for cooking fish, but also the art of emulsification, which is fundamental in many French sauces. Achieving the perfect doneness in salmon ensures a tender, moist center, making it a delightful centerpiece for any meal. Doneness note: dual path. 2 canonical doneness paths. For restaurant-style medium, pull the salmon at 54 degrees Celsius internal, just translucent center, easy flake. For fully cooked, pull at 63 degrees Celsius, opaque flake throughout. High-risk diners, pregnancy, immunocompromised, very young or old, should choose the 63 degrees Celsius plus path. The Beurre Blanc technique itself is covered in Beurre Blanc. Read that first if the cold butter emulsion is new. Common mistakes: butter added too cold or too fast. Target: a glossy, pourable sauce the color of pale ivory, thick enough to coat the back of a spoon. Why it matters: the emulsion holds because cold butter cubes melt slowly into the warm, acidic reduction. Dumped or sub-fridge cold butter shocks the temperature, and the sauce breaks into a greasy puddle. What to do: keep the butter cubes cold. Fridge, not freezer. Add 1 or 2 at a time while whisking continuously, and don't drop in the next batch until the previous one is fully absorbed. Sauce held over too much heat. Target: a finished sauce held at no more than 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. Warm to the touch on the side of the pan, not hot. Why it matters: Beurre Blanc is a fragile emulsion, a stable suspension of butterfat droplets in the acidic water-based reduction. Sustained high heat melts the butterfat free of the proteins in water, and the sauce splits. What to do: finish on the lowest possible burner, pull the pan off the heat entirely once the sauce is glossy, and hold on the back of the stove or over a bowl of warm, not hot water. Reduction not concentrated enough. Target: shallots and wine vinegar reduced to about 2 tablespoons of syrupy liquid before any butter goes in. Why it matters: an under-reduced base leaves too much free water, which means the sauce never thickens properly and tastes watery and sharp. What to do: simmer the wine, vinegar, and shallots until the liquid is visibly syrupy and just coats the pan. Then add the first butter cube only after the bubbles slow and the liquid pulls together. Undercooked salmon for high-risk diners. Target: for a fully cooked finish, an internal temperature of 63 degrees Celsius, 145 degrees Fahrenheit, with the flesh opaque all the way through and flaking cleanly. Why it matters: the dish includes a dual-path doneness note, but the medium-rare path is not for everyone. Pregnancy, immunocompromised, very young or older diners should be served the fully cooked version, and the marinade or sear does not pasteurize the inside. What to do: use an instant read thermometer at the thickest part of the fillet. Choose the 63 degrees Celsius target whenever serving high-risk diners, and don't rely on color alone to judge doneness. What to look for: a salmon top with a deeply golden, slightly crisp crust, lifting cleanly from the pan when ready to turn. A sauce that ribbons off the spoon in a slow, continuous fold, not in oily droplets. Tiny shallot pieces suspended evenly through the sauce, with no slick of yellow oil pooling at the edges. A clean smell of warm butter and wine, with no sharp burned fat note that would signal too much heat. A note on history: Beurre Blanc, the white butter sauce paired with the salmon here, is widely credited to Clémence Lefebvre at the Buvette de la Marine, a riverside restaurant in La Chebouette, Saint-Julien-de-Courcelles, upstream from Nantes, around the late 19th century. The traditional pairing was with Loire River fish, and Beurre Nantais, literally Nantes-style butter, after the city in western France where the sauce is said to have originated, remains an alternate name for the sauce. Paired with salmon, the same technique scales naturally to a richer, oilier fish. Autopilot guard summary truth: approved quality, approved. Score 100. Similarity, approved, score .072 versus Shogaiyaki. Regulatory, approved. Terumi Brain V1, review grade B. Overall 83/100. Readiness needs minor edits. Scores: Chef 100, Science 80, Repair 95, Culture 90, Safety 100, Taste 42, Mon 60, Geo 95. Suggested enhancements: Naming one or two taste axes, salt, acid, fat, umami, aroma, texture, makes the dish's structure visible. Brain-suggested book, The Japanese Home Cooking Code, Unlocking Flavor. Home Cooking Code EN.